Welcome back. You know, I just returned from camping a couple weeks ago, and one of the things that's always on your mind is the food going to stay fresh in the coolers, and you never maybe even think about that and how you can properly store your food when you're at the beach or camping. And we've got Laurel Lyons, professional home economist, here to help us out with this.
Yes.
This is really something people don't think about. They'll figure, I'll throw in a bag of ice and everything's cool.
Right.
But not the case.
Not the case. And actually, I'm glad you brought that point up right away, John, because yeah, a lot of people will just, fill the cooler with ice and, think that that's fine. But what you really want to do is use ice packs.
Now, why? Obviously, because these last longer, I'm assuming?
Yeah, they last a little bit longer. Plus, they're not producing a lot of water.
Okay.
So, something that I was just going to touch on was, when you're packing your cooler, you want to make sure you have your meat on the bottom.
Okay, so you don't put any of the cooler packs on the bottom?
No.
Just meat first?
That's
okay.
right. Yeah, you want to have your meat on the bottom. And today I've brought some nice, fresh Manitoba pork tenderloins.
Well, how nice of you.
And they're just it's a very versatile meat, so it's great for barbecuing in the summer, camping, So right now I've got them frozen. So what I would do is I would have them on the bottom of the cooler. The reason for that being, as they're defrosting, you don't want meat juices kind of dripping through the cooler. And with the ice, as the ice melts, it's going to create a bit of water.
Gotcha.
You know what? That would mix with some of the meat juices and possibly contaminate some of your other items in your cooler.
Plus, putting it in frozen, of course, adds to the keeping everything cold to begin with. It's like a big block of meat ice, so to speak.
Exactly. Yeah, that's another thing too. By the time you're ready to use them on Sunday, or whatever, they're going to be thawed.
Okay.
They're going to keep everything else in the cooler a little bit colder. And so they kind of work in a few different ways for you.
I see you brought a thermometer down. Now, you should have one of these in your cooler. What should the temperature be when you are, at all times, I should say? Yeah,
the cooler temperature should be around 4 degrees. So it's the same as your refrigerator at home.
Okay.
So this is a really good thermometer. You should have it in your cooler at all times. This way you know exactly what the temperature is. If you notice the temperature, out of that range, you need to
jack it up.
Exactly. Yeah. So, as you just saw on the thermometer, there are little indicators showing you where the temperature should be as well.
Keep an eye on that, because last thing you want to do is get sick out in the middle of nowhere. And it doesn't take long for the potato salad to go bad for anybody, especially dairy products.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And that was something else I was going to just touch on is, potato salad is a really great, camping barbecue food, but taking it for the weekend is maybe not the best thing.
No, I can't imagine it would be.
Just because of the mayonnaise base, and it just could spoil a little bit easier.
All right, so do a little research and do an alternative to that. There's many things you can go, many routes you go. I noticed you have the fruit in these containers here as opposed to bags.
Exactly. So typically you buy grapes at the supermarket, and they're in one of those little bags.
Right.
I'd like to, pre-wash some fruit and vegetables, put them in some of the Ziploc containers. It's going to keep them safer. It's going to keep them fresher. And then, you're not scrambling trying to, figure out how you're going to wash them while you're at your campsite. It's, just easier to have them in these containers. And then again, worst case scenario, if you do have a bit of leakage from your thawing meat, it's not going to contaminate your fruits and vegetables because they are in these nifty
Well, you can nip that right in the bud and make sure you wrap the meat good. You don't want it just lying there, of course.
Absolutely.
Now, what about placement? You said don't put these on the bottom for that obvious reason of the meat, but where should the ice, is there a placement that works better with the ice packs?
You know what, just you want your meat on the bottom, and you want fruits and vegetables kind of more on top. You also want to pack the food in a chronological order in the order that you're going to eat it.
That's right.
So you don't want to be digging through the cooler. So at any point where you see you can fit the ice pack in, if there's like a little crevice, you want to you just kind of got to pack them in where you see fit. Exactly.
So a little planning goes a long way. Plan your meals out, like you said, in chronological order. That way you're not digging around and also using what you think may not last. You use that first, of course. And
that's right.
Great tips, because seriously, I've heard it happen. Fortunately, it hasn't happened to me. But getting ill while you're camping due to that reason is no fun whatsoever.
No, it's not. One other thing that we kind of like to do when we're camping is have a separate cooler for drinks.
Oh, absolutely.
You're in and out of the drink cooler a lot more often than you are your food cooler.
Oh, you've heard about my camping. There you go.
So you want to make sure you have a separate cooler for drinks.
Perfect. All right, thanks so much for popping in. Great tips. Just plan a little bit ahead and think about the food freshness, and you'll have a better time. Thanks so much. We'll see you again.
Sounds good, John.
All right,
Thank
we're taking
you.
a break. We'll be right back after this.